Greetings, Mech Warriors! Hello, ladies and gentlemen. This is TTB speaking, and welcome back to German Mechgineering. Today, guys, we're playing the Marauder 2 6S in a very peculiar build that I came up with, and that is this thing right here: double PPC, Gauss Rifle up on top, and twin AMS systems. Let's go ahead and have a look at the build, guys. As you can see, we have a very asymmetrical build here, especially take a look at the left side torso and the left arm. There's basically nothing in here except heatsinks, an AMS, and that is it. Why? Because I want to have all my weapons on the right side of the mech, so I can use one side of the mech to basically deadside and ensure that we stay alive as long as possible and keep our weapons alive as long as possible. And those weapons are 2 ERPPCs and a Gauss Rifle. And we also complement this with 2 AMSs that will allow us to shoot at enemies at bigger ranges. As you can see, guys, this mech actually has to be, I would say, quite exposed. If you want to shoot at enemies, you have to expose about, I would say, 60-70% of your mech to be able to shoot with your PPCs. So since we have to expose that much, you can expect some LRMs or ATMs coming our way. And that is what the 2 AMSs are for. They will keep us reasonably safe while we shoot the enemy with the PPCs and the Gauss Rifle. The projectile speed on the Gauss Rifle is 2000, on the ERPPC it is 1900, unbuffed of course, or that means without skills. So they are very close together. And the Marauder 6S actually has a heat scale limit of +1 on ERPPC and also Gauss Rifle. So, long story short, we can shoot this without incurring ghost heat, which is really nice because that means we have 20 plus 15, 35 pinpoint damage here, and that at a range of, what is this with the skill tree, 700 on the Gauss Rifle and 870 on the ERPPC. So let's say 700 meters, 35 damage pinpoint. That is quite powerful. That is enough to really scare a light mech, as in almost kill it. Or it's enough to poke somebody to death with 2 to 3 quick volleys. It's a really nice build. It's not insanely powerful in terms of sustained DPS, but it is one of those pokers that over a bit of time will just wear down the enemy team up to a point where your brawlers go in and they just go in and finish the job. The standard engine 340 keeps this thing very safe. If we lose the left side torso, not a biggie. We still have the full good cooling capacity of the engine because, again, standard engine, not a light engine. And with 55 kph, we are reasonably fast. Alright guys, so much about the build itself. Let's have a look at the skill tree. Now, in terms of skills, I have been using a little bit of a weird thing here, but let's get into that for a sec. Magazine capacity 1 and 2, nothing crazy here. Gauss charge 1 and 2, nothing crazy here. The LBX spread node 1 here is so that I can save a few points, going from the Gauss charge 1 here towards magazine capacity and Gauss charge 2. If I went the upper way here, I would spend 1 or 2 more points. I don't want to do that, so we're using LBX spread here to bridge. We're also taking 1, 2, 3, 4 out of the 5 potential velocity nodes so that we can get our projectiles a little bit faster. That will make it easier to hit targets at longer ranges. And we're also taking some of the cooldown nodes here in this area as well. Then we're taking the survival tree almost fully. The only thing I'm not taking is shock absorbance 1 and shock absorbance 3, because I feel we don't really need that. I don't plan on dropping this mech from great heights, and so should you not do that either. What I recommend to get though is AMS Overload 1 and 2 here, because we're running double AMS, so having that extra AMS firepower is really nice. Nothing in mobility or jump jets. Full operations tree to keep this mech as cool as possible, to just keep up the ranged poke. And then in the auxiliary tree, double cool shot with cool shot cooldown and double Ari strike. And that is the build for today, guys. Let's take this thing to a dropship and see how it performs. I'll see you there. Alright guys, first map coming up, first Zeus coming up, we shoot him in the face and we go back to cover here on Rubelite Oasis. Now my mech was damaged a little bit beforehand, and the reason for that was LRM fire. And guys, that is one important point. As you can see in this build right here, I have the same weapon systems, but this is an earlier build of the mech, an earlier iteration, so to speak, and this didn't have AMS yet. After this match, I actually installed AMS because I thought, hey, what about putting AMS on there? But now, this game, guys, we are not going to be using the AMS here. We just have the double ERPPC, the Gauss Rifle, we're using our left side towards to shield, and we're using the right side of the mech to peek and shoot. That is the deal, and if you are OCD, can't handle this because TTB, you showed us AMS in the build in the beginning, it's not there. Well, I can't help you. Then maybe you need to go to Rubelite Oasis and, I don't know, take your mech and walk into a corner. But enough about that, let's go ahead and shoot some enemies in the back, because that is what we can do from up here from our sniper vantage point. And by the way, guys, don't do what I'm doing right here, because that's a little bit harsh on your legs. You can do it if you have a fresh mech, it's okay, but just be aware, if you have, let's say, an orange leg or whatever, it's gonna break it, so be very careful about the drop damage here. Now, we're gonna go in and try and help out our teammates that are engaging the enemy targets in Delta 7 and Delta 6, and we're gonna use our range here, and we are also going to use our right side to peek, trying to use the left side of the mech to shield, hopefully take some damage over there, but for some reason that enemy is just always shooting my right hand side. That doesn't matter though, his CT is now red, and my teammates can go ahead and take him down with the Piranha. Very, very nice. Okay, let's go ahead and follow in with our teammates. Low signal, which means that there is a stealth or ECM mech around here. We're shooting him with the PPCs, and that will disable his ECM, and now he's lit up for my team to see, and we can try and do some damage here. Guys, always make sure that you check your radar regularly, because if you see a low signal, you want to make sure that there's nothing behind you, like that black lantern, because if he gets into your back, that is bad news. Okay, speaking about bad news, 6 kills to 6, this match is escalating quickly. There's an enemy Corsair down below, my teammates need help, so we're gonna go ahead and amplify the damage onto that Corsair. And what is that over there? That is an Atlas coming in here. Let's just go ahead, take him down so he can't annoy us any further. And now we go ahead and go in on the enemy Corsair again. Let's try and focus down his CT. It's red and it's dead. Beautiful. Alright, next contender coming up, it's a Hellbringer again, guys. The PPCs will go ahead and scramble his ECM, and not that it matters though, because we've got him locked. There's so many teammates shooting at him, but still, it's nice to have. And now we just use our Gauss Rifles, override the shutdown, and help our teammates take down the last guy. And once we find that guy, oh, there he is again. It is our friend from before. So let's go ahead and greet him cordially with another shot to the face from our ERPPC and the Gauss Rifle. As you can see, guys, this mech handles the heat quite well, even on a hot map like this, especially since we didn't have any skill points in this mech at the point of recording this. So, all in all, we're good, we're golden. The enemy is now CT red and taking the legs down. Beautiful. Little leg biter Piranha there. Okay, nicely done. Let's go ahead and have a look at the scoreboard. So, as you can see, guys, this is not a high kill mech per se, but a really nice long-range support mech. 1 killing blow, 6 assists, 3 kill most damage dealt, 792 damage done, with only 1 component destroyed. But guys, you know what? That is a very, very, very solid game in any assault mech. 800-ish damage, always solid, no issues whatsoever. And guys, if you enjoyed this content, check out my Patreon page, become an active supporter of Team TTB, and we're gonna go ahead and jump right into the next game here. And once again, we are seeing targets are seeing us, and they're shooting us, and we're shooting them back. At least that is the idea here. Let's go ahead and drop down the AD on his face, shoot him in the face, and keep on walking. Ouchie, look at that leg. Guys, once again, there is a reason why I really recommend you guys install double AMS on this thing, especially since the enemy missiles, especially if they're coming from a higher elevation than you, seem to be seeking your legs a little bit. So now we've got a yellow-orange leg that we need to protect on the left side of our mech, but it's alright. The rest of it is still okay. We have 80% of our mech remaining, and yeah, let's go ahead and push in on around the corner here. My team is a little bit skittish, camping around a little bit too much and giving the enemy too much chances to engage us. So I have to be active here. I don't want to be insane insanely active as in suicidal, but I want to be active enough so I may be able to open up some avenues for our team here so that we can go ahead and deal some damage and maybe soften up some enemies enough that we get some kills, and once we get some kills, get the whole thing rolling psychologically speaking, and that will allow our team to win. Now the Supernova was learning me before, he's at 77%, teammate is jumping onto him, and I'm gonna try and get closer to help him, but it's probably not be possible here. Yep, exactly because of that. There's 2 enemy assaults in between us there. Marauder 2 from before that was ducking me, he's now dead. He took a lot of damage from me in the beginning from the shot to the face plus the artillery strike, and our teammates were able to take him down. So now 1 kill, 2-1. We still have that guy down below with a supernova, so let's go ahead and jump in here and try and help out our teammate, maybe unlock the arms and PPC to the face. Very nice. So now we go in onto the Mad Cat, show him some Gauss love, show him some love with the ERPPCs and take away that weapon, and teammates taking away his life. Beautiful. Yeah, we can't get a shot in here, unfortunately, but that's okay. I used to have 1 jump jet in this mech, guys. I found that it's really not needed. In fact, that 1 jump jet is not going to do any kind of crazy stuff for you. And also, thank you, Google Calendar, for that. Wake up alert! Holy hell! Well, now I'm awake. Very nice. Alright, let's go ahead and join in on that Arctic Cheetah, shoot him a little bit in the back, take away his side torso, that will slow him down, and then go for the kill potentially. At least we got the shot here. Well, he was airborne, and if we can get another shot into target here, yep, another one, and the teammates seal the deal. Alright, 5 kills over 3, 5 kills over 4. This is still very close, guys, at a point where I don't like to be, so we need to go ahead and try and stack the deck in our favor if we can. And that means we need to go ahead and try and find some other targets here that we can shoot. And I swear to God, Google Calendar, I hate you right now. Alright, so let's see what else we can do. We can go ahead and take down the enemy UAV here, casually while walking, and I tried to do it with the same UAV here as well, but unfortunately that didn't work. What will work though is going onto that Nightshire and potentially take him out. Yep, together with our teammates, he falls. There is the friendly hunchback from the beginning of the match again, and we can go ahead and shoot him some more, massage him a little bit more, and also there's somebody behind me, I think. Yep, there's definitely somebody behind me. It's a Uzil, and it's dead. I don't know why he would go into melee range with a Marauder 2 and try and broad it out with a Marauder 2 that clearly has more armor and more weapons than him, but hey, you know what? I'm not complaining. Instead, I'm gonna go onto the Vapor Eagle, help my teammates take this guy down, and that should be all she wrote. Wow. TTB confirmed pro video creator. So many interruptions. Oh well. It's the first time it happened, so I'm giving myself a pass here. Let's go and have a look at the scoreboard. 1 killing blow, 9 assists, 2 kill, most damage dealt, 553 damage done with 7 components taken out. Not a great performance, but looking at the rest of the team, looking at all the performances in the match, it is an okay performance. Guys, if you enjoyed this content, check out my Patreon page, become a member of Team TTB. Thanks for watching, I'll see you soon, bye bye.